Good morning, my amazing friends, or afternoon or evening, depending on when you are watching this video. I am so thankful that you are here today. If you are new, thank you for coming to my channel. I hope that you will like and subscribe so that you can see all my wonderful ramblings that I do throughout the week and month. For those who have been here before, I really appreciate you coming back. It is Thursday, so I thought I would do Thursday thoughts. And one of the things that I like to do, especially when I'm like maybe struggling or need like a little motivation, I have this wonderful card deck. It's called Power Thought Cards by Louise Hayes. Hay, Hay, Hay. And it's just a card of, it's just a deck of affirmation cards. And every now and again, when I feel like I need a little motivation or a little bit of positive, powerful thoughts, I pull a card. So today I pulled out this card. And I know that's probably reversed for you guys, but they're pretty simple and they're in handwriting, and it says, I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. And then on the back of the card, there is an illustration, and it says, I love my body. And this really resonated with me today because body image is a big deal. We all suffer from it. It doesn't matter if you are a man, a woman, you don't identify as a gender. We all struggle with some sense of body image, whether it is a thought or a group of thoughts that we have put upon ourselves or that others have put upon us. And I know I have posted on my Facebook page a while back, around probably back in February-ish time frame, around my journey through life and my body image issues. And there, a lot of times, there are things that people have said to us that have sat just a little off, or a joke that's not really a joke, um, or just some like comment or constant comments that people have said to us that really just make us kind of feel bad about our bodies in general. It could also be how you feel in your body versus what other people are telling you. Like, I feel a little sluggish, or I feel like I'm overweight, or I feel not happy in my body. And, you know, we all struggle with that, but that doesn't mean we always come out of that, right? So for today, this card was reminding me what we think about in our mind and what we do reflects back to us. So when we think we're fat, we think we're bloated, we think we look terrible in that dress or that swimsuit, or those shorts, that is how we are going to see ourselves, and that is how we're going to feel. The mind, the brain, is an amazing organ, but it doesn't know the difference between reality and fiction. The, the brain just can't tell. So when you have these thoughts around body image and or anything in general, any thoughts in general, your brain believes them because you are telling your brain that. It doesn't know that it's not real. It doesn't know what is real. It just knows what you're telling it. And this triggers that it is getting from the rest of your body. So when we have negative thoughts about ourselves, that increases stress hormones, and we start getting, depressed or sad, or, just anxiety creeps in, and your brain reacts to that. And then it's like a never ending loop. So what I recommend is, based on this card, and I'll read it again, is I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. If we tell our mind great things, our body does great things. So a task for you today, this isn't an overnight thing. I'll start by saying that. This isn't an overnight change. I have been focused on my body image since December of last year, and 6 months in, it's still hard sometimes, right? I have gotten better. I am coming up with better thoughts. I'm taking better care of myself. It doesn't happen overnight, but you have to want it. So the first step to that is take an inventory list. What is something that you love about your body? What is something that you love about yourself? If you don't want to focus directly on body image itself, but you want to focus on something, what is something you love about you? And how does that make you feel, right? Like, how do you feel when you think about that? Then I want you to think about something that you like about yourself. You don't love it, but you don't hate it either. It's not something you dislike, but it's not something you love either. So it's kind of that middle of the road, right? And then I want you to think about something that you absolutely dislike. And this is going to be hard, but I want you to just think of one. What is one thing that you dislike about yourself or your body or whatever? Just one. We always tend to navigate towards the negative of everything. Negatives are easy, right? But what we want to do is we want to change those negative concepts and ideas into positive ones. So for the things that we love, we're going to focus on that. We're going to make sure that every day we remind ourselves how much we love that thing, right? Whether it's I've got great curves, or I'm strong and I have great arm muscles, or I'm an awesome swimmer and I can hold my breath for 5 minutes. My lung capacity is amazing. Like, I can't do that, but these are like some examples of the things, like, what do you love about yourself? And that is what you are going to focus. Every day you are going to remind yourself how much you love that part of yourself. You're also going to tell yourself how much that thing that you like, that one item that you like about yourself, why don't you love it? Is there something that you can do to change a little bit the perspective of why you don't love it? So for that thing that you like but you don't love, think of a way to improve that. What would make you love that item, right? And then take action, right? Do something. Take action to get you to that point of something that you like to the thing that you love. If you work on that and you're telling your body to do those things, eventually you will love that item too. So now you have 2 things you love about yourself, right? And you're going to remind yourself of those 2 things every day. And the one thing that you don't like about yourself, I want you to take a couple minutes to focus on that item. And instead of saying, I don't love it, like, I don't love my thighs. I don't. They tick me off. My genetics are a little bit, we tend to be more hippie and thighy. And, I don't like it at all. I feel it makes me look like a pear on occasion. So that is an example, right? And what is something that I can do to not dislike that so much? So think of what is great about that item. So for me, my thighs are a little bigger. So instead of saying, I don't like my thighs, they make me look like a pear. They make me look fat. You can say, you know what? My thighs are amazing because they carry me up and down the stairs every day. They keep me strong and make sure that I am able to hold my body weight and, increase my health and my strength. By changing the perspective of how we look at something we don't like, we bring it from that dislike to that like category. And then we can move it from the like category to the love category. And I know you're all going, that is just insane. Why would I do that? Because your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what isn't. So if you get up and you say every morning, my thighs are amazing, they keep me strong, they carry me up and down the stairs, they help me go for a walk around the block, they are amazing. Your brain will start telling you that your thighs are amazing, and you will no longer focus on that negative aspect of it. You won't be stressed out when you think about your thighs because you're thinking of it in a positive way. And I know it sounds wishy-washy and it sounds weird, but I guarantee you that by changing your perspective, you increase your health, not only physically, but mentally as well. You can also think of ways to improve the areas of your body that you don't like. I'm not in terrible shape, but I'm not in great shape either. And one of my goals for this year was to get in better shape. So one of those things, because I was having body image issues. I didn't like the way I felt. I didn't like how I looked. I felt like a little mini Stay Puft marshmallow, and I didn't want to feel that way. It didn't make me happy. It didn't make me want to get out of bed every day. And I didn't like that. So I changed my perspective to say, I want to feel happy every morning. I want to get out of bed and enjoy my day. I don't want to look like the little Stay Puft marshmallow. So I am going to work out, and I am going to find something that I like in that category so that I can be stronger and I can be leaner and my legs can carry me further, right? And it's not easy. I mean, I've been going to the gym for 5 months and I feel better. I look a little better. I still struggle, but it's not about perfection. It's just about progress. And I think that's where a lot of people fall short, is worrying about perfection. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. It only matters how you think about yourself. How do you feel in the morning when you get out of bed? How do you feel throughout the day? How are you energized? How do you look at yourself in the mirror? Because everybody else has their own problems. They all are thinking similar or same things, or have their own categories of things that they struggle with. And wasting your energy on how they feel about you does not help you or them in any way. So what do is you just focus on you. What is one thing you can do today to make tomorrow better, to make you better, to make you feel better? So that is your task. If you don't suffer from body image and you feel great about yourself, I am so proud of you. How amazing is that, to be able to live body image free? And that is my goal for everybody, is I hope that you get there. I would say this concept or technique applies to every part of your life. Reminds us to change our perspective. Chuck out the negative, pull in the positive. You can't change the things you can't control. So focus on what you can control and move forward. I hope that you had found this beneficial, and I am cheering you on because I think you're amazing. I hold space for you to give you the energy that you need to make yourself feel amazing as well. So I hope you have a great Thursday. and you enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up and a share or a subscribe or whatever the YouTube peeps do. But I will see you again, and have an amazing day.